Hello, everyone. This is Jen with Jen's Den Art, and I am here today to do some fall inspirational paintings with you. Please tell me hello when you get here. My phone, let's see if I am live. Let's see where I am. How are y'all doing today? Say hello when you get here. Let me find my little... Oh, I brought it inside. Okay. Yes, I am here. So I am streaming live on a number of different platforms right now. So tell me hello and tell me where you're watching from. I'm on YouTube. I am on Jen's Den Art. I am in my free acrylic group. I am all over the place. Hello, Monica and Cindy and Elizabeth and Kathy and Jackie. I can see y'all names. First thing I need to know is, how is the quality of the video? And second thing I need to know is, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello from Alabama. Oh, Elizabeth is in Mickey Mouse land. Yay. Are you having fun? Okay, Kathy is great right now. That is so good. I'm so excited. I am trying out a new system, a new setup that I worked on this morning. And yeah, I think it might work. Sounds good too. Okay, so the first thing I need to ask y'all, here is a little poll I have to ask y'all. Last night I went live and I painted this little painting. Y'all see right here? This little painting. It is the cutest painting ever. I love it. It's so cute. Let's see if I can find the camera. Okay, I painted this with y'all last night. Okay. Hey, Mal. Is that how you say it, Mal? Hey, Trudy and Monica and Jackie. I went back and I watched the video, y'all. It was so spotty. Did y'all try to watch that video, or did you watch the video? It was so spotty and it was so blurry. So tell me. Thank you, Elizabeth. I know I love it too. Hey, Ann. Tell me, let me put myself on. I need to get off of Wi-Fi here. I don't even think I have a Wi-Fi set up. Yes, I have Wi-Fi off. All right, let's see how we're going to work. Was it super blurry for y'all? Because it was super blurry for me. So let me know how that video was. Is anybody on here that watched it yesterday? I'm trying to open my canvas that I'm going to be using today. I'm using an 8x10 canvas. It's just a canvas board. Y'all, I swear I took a bath. This is from yesterday. I guess I didn't scrub my arm enough. It was blurry, Trudy. Ellen says she watched it. Was it blurry? Because if it was blurry, I really need to redo it. And I'm hoping today I can redo it with y'all. And we're going to do it on an 8x10. Cindy says it was blurry. Last night was blurry. Yes. Y'all, I tried 2 days ago 2 Disney parks because of rain floods. Oh, wow. Video yesterday was very blurry for me. Like, I went to upload it to the classroom, the online classroom. I was like, this quality is not good enough. Like, I can't do that. So, would y'all mind if we repaint this today? Would y'all mind if we did that? What do y'all think? Uh-oh. Let me figure out what's going on. We just lost one of our cameras. Let me see what happened. Let me get that camera to come back up. Hang on. If it's not one thing, it's another, huh? Camo. Says it is not connected. There we go. Woohoo! Whew. I like started sweating all over again. I'm like, what is the deal with me? I can't get anything to work. Okay. All right. I'm starting to sweat again because I'm getting nervous. Y'all, this internet is driving me nuts. Okay. Okay. So are y'all okay if I redo this painting with y'all? And of course, it's probably going to come out a little bit different because this I used watercolor paper to do this one. But what we're going to do this time is we're going to use a canvas, okay? We're just going to use a canvas, and it's okay, no sweat. I get so nervous. All right, let's see. I'm going to make the screen bigger so y'all can see, and I'm going to bring it down. Put this right here. And bring it down so y'all can see, and y'all can see my legs as well because I have a glass I have a glass top here. And so we are going to paint again, okay? We're going to paint again. Hello, Miss Trudy, Miss Tribe Sister. Y'all, we have some new Tribe Sisters to welcome to the tribe. The doors are open right now. And we are taking in new members as I speak. And it has been super fun. So excited to be live. Yes, Miss Shay. I'm so excited that you are here as well. Let me grab some paints because I still have all of my paints in the house from last night. So I'm going to grab some more paints. I'm going to use some greens. Let me show y'all what I'm grabbing. I'm using some greens, some browns, lime green. We're going to go with an orange. I brought most of my oranges in the house. Y'all, if y'all have not started, let me just give y'all a little word of advice. We're going to grab an orange and then a little bit of red. Let me give y'all a word of advice. Make sure you go to the craft stores soon to start grabbing your oranges for the fall time because they start selling out pretty fast when it gets closer to that fall time, especially your oranges and your browns and all of those super fall-y colors. So I want to show you what I picked up the other day. I don't buy craft paints very often, but I do buy them every once in a while, especially at this time of the year for my pumpkins because I sell a lot of my little pumpkin shelf sitters. So I bought some spiced pumpkin and I bought some Canyon Orange. And this was a new one that I saw. Color Shift Metallic Orange Flash. I'm going to try that one. Okay, so good. Make sure you have your oranges and browns for this kind of stuff happening right now with the fall time coming up. Okay, so I'm going to put my paints on the side here, and we are going to start with just a regular size paintbrush. This is just a round paintbrush. I'm going to dip it in the water, and I'm actually just going to use this little thing right here today because I had it sitting around. And most of my supplies that I was using last night are still in the house. Okay, I need some white. I'm going to put a little bit of white in there, and I need some black. Let me find my black really quick. Here we go. Here's a black. All right. So let's start with that. Okay, I'm so excited. Can y'all still see everything that's happening? I'm gonna grab some green and some black, and I'm just gonna make a little mess. Okay, and I'm gonna start making my background. You know what I did last night that I'm not doing right now that I should have done? So I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna sketch my painting out. This is an 8x10 canvas, y'all. So I'm gonna sketch my painting out. This is gonna be my horizon. I'm going to have one pumpkin here. I'm gonna have one right about here. And then I'm gonna have another one. Let's do a bigger one right here. Okay, then my bird. Bird's going to be right about there. This line right here is just to kind of give me a guide. When I look at this, I always break my painting up into fours. So I look at this, and that's kind of where I guide my eyes on where I'm going to put things. So this is the center of my painting. And then I see that one of the pumpkins is kind of like in the middle of that center. One of them is below, and another one is kind of right in the middle of that center. So, and then I do the same thing this way. I look at it. Let me show you both, like this and like this. And so I can see where I kind of break it up into fourths, and I can kind of see where to place things by having those fourths there. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right there. This pumpkin I could have probably gone a little bit lower with, huh? Let's see, maybe I'll go a little lower. That's probably why my bird's so high, because I went too high with this pumpkin. I'm just kind of making like a heart. And then we're going to come in and we're going to fill it in like this with some more. Let's see. My bird's going to be okay right here. We just kind of make like an oval in that area. And then you just kind of make like another oval in the top right here. And that's going to make our bird for us. Okay. So I'm going to go back to what I was doing. I'm using, now this was a piece of watercolor paper. Let me get you back right there. This was a piece of watercolor paper. This is a canvas, okay? They're going to react a little bit different as I work through this, all right? The watercolor paper is super fun to paint on. It absorbs your paint really, 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 really fast. And I made my paints like really, really watery. But today, I'm not going to do that as much. So I'm making this a little bit different because I'm working on a canvas. So I'm going to use the paints, the acrylic paints, more like acrylic paints than what I did last night. Last night, I watered them down a bunch. Okay. So just kind of working around here. And I'm going to take my paper towel. I'm going to kind of smooth it out. You see how it makes such a big difference when you use something a little softer, not as hard as the paintbrush. And you can kind of smooth all of that out. I want some burnt umber in that mess. So put just a little bit of burnt umber in there. And I I don't know about y'all, but I surprised myself last night when I created this painting. I did not think it was going to come out the way it did, and I got so excited about it. Sometimes that just happens. So this is definitely I would say this is like a beginner to intermediate type painting. This is for any level, but if I had to put a level to it, because my paintings in my tribe are labeled by levels. So if you wanted to get an idea of, we have 3 different levels of our paintings, and we have like over 200 of them. This would be considered, I would consider this a level 2. Okay, I would consider this a level 2. It does not mean that it's hard. It means that it's just a little bit more advanced than a level 1. Okay, so a level 1 painting is more of just your very basic acrylic painting techniques. We are just using the very minimum type of techniques, just the basic things that you're going to need to be able to create a painting. But then when we get into our level 2s and our level 3s, I only have 3 levels. I broke it up into 3 levels. Our level 2s and our level 3s, this is considered, I would consider this a level 2. Kind of maybe like a 1.5, I guess I would say. 1 3/4 if I had to be really specific. See how I'm making all of this just a little more soft. You can already see the difference in the colors on this one than on here. So if I had to label it, I would label it a level 2. And let me just give you an idea of what that means. I'm going to take a piece of tape, and this is a double stick tape. So I'm going to take a piece of tape. I'm going to lay it down right here. I'm going to put this back. There we go. So it's not moving around as much. Let's get some orange. Some orange, just a little bit for now, and then also some red. And then I'm going to get another one of these little things. I usually use a palette, but I left it in my house, so I'm just grabbing what I have. So what was I saying and what was I doing? I got orange, red. What do I need? Green. Okay. So I'm grabbing some lime green. And what is this? This is sap green. I'm not ready for that just yet. Okay, so let's start with our pumpkins. I'm going to go to my pumpkins next. Can y'all see everything okay? Hey, Miss Curry. We are repainting this same exact painting right here, but we're painting it on a canvas, and we're painting it more with the actual acrylic method instead of the watercolor method. Okay, so I'm grabbing a filbert brush. I'm looking to see. This is a good size. I'm grabbing a filbert brush. A filbert brush is needed when you're going to start making these curves. So I'm going to dip it in the water, and I need some black and white. I'm just going to come right here. I'm going to start making this pumpkin back here, kind of like a grayish color. All right, y'all, my dog is in here, Stella. Poor baby, she's she's snoring. I don't know if y'all can hear her. She's laying down on the floor snoring. Okay, see how I'm just making a bunch of little curves there? And by using all these different colors, I'm adding in. Miss Ellen, I'm sorry. Sometimes I just start going really fast. I'll try to slow down for you. I do paint fast sometimes. I don't know. I just get like overexcited about it. I'm so sorry. But yeah, just keep me in check, Miss Ellen, because you know how I am. I get carried away. So keep me in check. Let's see. I'm going to come a little bit further down. I'm dipping in the white. I think y'all can see what colors I'm using. And I'm just making all of these different little loops here. I'm just dipping in the white because I want some more white back here. Yeah, this was, I used watercolor paper, but I used acrylic paints. And I just made my paints like a watercolor consistency. So that's what we did last night. Now tonight, or today, and I was going to go live again tonight, but I have a meeting at 7 for our cruise. We have a Q&A for our cruise people. If any of y'all are going on our cruise, we have a live Q&A tonight in our cruise Facebook group. And our travel agent, Kelly, will be with us to answer questions and help us get everything ready. We're cruising out on October 2nd, y'all. We still have a few spots available, too. I think there's like 4 spots still available. Excuse me. So if you're interested in the cruise, we're leaving October 2nd, Norwegian Cruise Line. We are, I say we because it's Miss Tracy Creates. It is Create with Christy. It is Elizabeth Road Studio, and it is me. And we are doing a crafting cruise. And so the days that we are at sea, we have a crafting event in their auditorium. And so we're going to be doing like 8 or 9 different crafting workshops with y'all. And yeah, it's going to be super fun. We're going to be going to Canada and all the New England areas, Bar Harbor. It's a 7-day cruise. And while we're at sea, we're going to be crafting. So it's going to be super fun. Yes, I did get my airfare, Elizabeth. I did. We got that. We're flying out of New Orleans. So, okay, I am mixing orange, red, and brown to make this orange that I'm making right now. All right, and you see how all of those black colors are showing? I'm gonna have to give it a little bit of time. Put some more orange in here. Give it a little bit of time, let it dry, and then I'm gonna come back and put another layer on this. Okay. Just cleaning my paintbrush off. And now I'm gonna go, I skipped around because I didn't want to start making this white one right here just yet because all of this paint is still wet. So I was giving it a little bit of time to dry before I start. I want this one to be more white than anything else. So I'm gonna need some more white. Let's see if I have another. have some white down here. Forgot. Here it is. Okay. Did you get your airfare, Elizabeth? You got your air schedule? All right, this one's going to be more on the white side. So I'm going to be using a lot of white. And I'm going to make it a little bit higher and bigger. Now my paintbrush has a little bit of orange in it. You can see it coming through. But yeah, I'm having fun with this one. You're going to have to let this dry a little bit. So I'm going to take a step away from that. Let me see about my little stems here. Hello, Katie. How are you? Let's make a big stem right here. We've got more layers to do right there, so we just have to let it dry. Okay. So far, so good. All right. Okay, so I'm going to take a step away from this, and I'm going to start making, I'm going to use the same paintbrush because this paintbrush is working really well. It's a Filbert brush. And it is a number 2 Royal and Langnickel. Those are probably my favorite brushes that I use, are these Royal and Langnickel paint brushes. And I'm going to start making some little leaves. And all I'm doing is pressing down like this. Let me make some little clusters. I need some lighter green. It's a little bit too dark. It is so much better, isn't it, Lynn? I did some research last night, and I think we came up with a solution for our problem because we have too many other things going on. We have a brand new security system that we put in, and it requires internet, and it runs all the time. It runs off of, like, we have like a mesh system with that too. And ever since we put that security system in, which has been a couple of weeks, we've noticed a change in our live feeds. So last night it kind of hit us. We're like, I wonder if that's making a difference in our live feeds. So I did some research and I looked at like how everything was set up, and I unplugged it before I started going live. I unplugged our security system. So if somebody tries to break into the house while I'm on this live, we will not know about it. We had like security cameras put outside, and we had like all the stuff that gives you notifications every 30 seconds when somebody walks outside your house. And, like if there's an animal detected. Do y'all have that at your house? It's actually kind of aggravating. Like I get a notification every like minute. If we walk outside, it's like someone is walking in your driveway. It's like, okay, I don't want to know that I'm walking in my driveway. Oh yes, Miss Carol. Stella will definitely let me know if she's not sleeping and snoring like she is right now, right next to me. So, yeah. Mine would be going off all the time. Ours does go off all the time. And we wanted to put that security system in because we don't know this area. We've I mean, it's a safe area that we know of, but we don't know people around here. Like we moved into this area not knowing anybody in this community. And so Michael, being the military buff that he is, he's like, we have to put a security system, blah blah blah. I was like, are you sure? He's like, yes, we're putting a security system because we don't know these people. You know, you just never know. And we take trips. We take trips sometimes for like 2 weeks at a time. So we just wanted to have we just wanted to have a peace of mind. And Michael wanted to be able to like look at his phone and look in the camera, even though we're in Montana. He wanted to be able to like pull up the camera outside and see, what's going on at our house. So that's why we did it. And we really like it. It's not bad. It's just aggravating when we're home all the time and it keeps on going off. Yes, there are days that I am going to need it, definitely. Oh, I have to tell you a story about that. So let me tell you what happened. We took off to go to, I think it was Lowe's, because Michael's doing some framing for me for my paintings. We took off to Lowe's, and the notification kept on going off. And I was like, why is this notification? It keeps on saying there is an animal detected on your front porch, or there's an animal detected on your doorbell camera. And I was like, something is not right. There's an animal sneaking around our house. So I pulled it up. Y'all, it was Sugar. Don't tell anybody. So when we left the house, or like when we were packing up to leave to get out and go to Lowe's, Sugar snuck out and she was trying to get back in the house. And she was walking around the house, and she'd go to the front door and then she'd go around to the back door. And so we turned around and we came home and we let her back in. So isn't that crazy that happened? So yeah, it's already come in handy because Michael flips out when the pets get um, out like that. He doesn't like when they get out because she's an indoor cat. She's not an outdoor cat. So, and there's hawks that live in these trees right behind our house. There's actually 4 hawks that come out in the evening and they eat the dragonflies. And you can see them like swoop down and they come out. We have dragonflies like crazy around here, which reminds me, I want to paint dragonflies soon. So yeah, so he was like, oh, those hawks are going to get her. We have to let her back in the house. Okay, so y'all see what I'm doing? I'm just adding a lot of different colors to this green. And it's actually getting a little bit crazy. So I'm going to calm it down. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to smear a little bit of this in some areas. Because you see how it's just like a bunch of splotch, 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 splotch. Do not want that. Oh, my camera just did it again. Okay, hang on. Let's see why my camera's doing that. It must like just cut off for a second. I'm not sure what's going on. Camo. Hang on, I'm gonna figure it out. There it is. I have no idea why it keeps going out. I'm gonna have to troubleshoot that now. You know, there's always some tech issues. So I'm just gonna take my finger and I'm just gonna kind of make some of these areas just a little less, you know, spotty. Starting to look like just a bunch of dots. And I don't want it to look like that. I want it to have kind of like a little abstractness to it. So I'm going to grab some of this green on my finger. And I'm doing some finger painting in a few little areas. I like the black and white a little bit too. I like the gray. I want a little bit more gray in here. So I'm going to grab this black and white. I'm going to come back with just a little bit more of that gray color. See that gray? How pretty? I don't have enough white out here. And a little bit of black. Okay, let me clean my paintbrush off. I have way too much green on my paintbrush. All right. Now I'm going to go back into my pumpkin right here because I feel like it needs some work. So I'm going to grab that filbert brush that I had right here. I'm going to grab some of this orange again. I'm going to use pure orange this time and see what happens on top. And let me add a little bit of white to that. So I'm adding just a little bit of white. That's way too much white. Don't add that much white. Because all I'm doing is making a pastel, you know, because white's going to make it more of a pastel. And I don't want a pastel color. Just trying to cover up all those black lines. And then this one down here, I'm going to add a little bit of orange. Gotta do a stem. Let me bring in a little bit of darker colors in here. Let's grab some of that red. Coming around, coming around. And then this one back here, I'm going to give it just a little bit of dirtiness. Just a little bit of browns. And then let's go back to our greens. Okay, so we're getting some thunder here, and when the thunder starts, my poor baby dog, she does not like thunder, and she starts like, she comes up to us and like wants to hide under our legs. I hate seeing her do that. Okay, that's decent. I'm going to put just a little bit right there because I messed that up some. Now let's make a couple of little vines. I'm going to do something a little bit different than what I did last night. I'm going to take the back of a paintbrush. Okay, I'm just going to take the back of a paintbrush. I'm going to try this. I don't know. Nope, that's not going to work. So I'm going to take a palette knife and I'm going to scrape in here. See how I'm taking the tips of the palette knife and I'm just making some little vine. I'm pressing down pretty hard and just making some little streaks in here while it's still wet. Just trying to make it look like it's got a little bit of vines going around. That's not going to work because that's too dry. You do as much or as little as you want. And then I'm going to go back with just a teeny bit of coverage over those streaks, just so they don't look like they're on top of everything. Just going to give them a little bit more coverage. Okay, and I'm going to grab some white. And I'm going to put just a teeny bit of white in here. Okay. Now, let's look at our bird. So we're going to need black and orange. I still have all of those out, so we're good to go. I'm going to take a smaller brush, just a little bit smaller. This looks good. Just a little bit smaller. And I'm going to dip it in the water, and I'm going to start with the black and white. And I'm going to start making my bird again. Just making like a gray. Let's get this head right over here. And then the orange is going to come down. I need to clean my paintbrush off. See, when I dipped in that orange, it's not coming out orange. It's coming out a different color. So let's try that again. Hey, boo. The live streaming is perfect.
You're crapping me.
No.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't blurry?
Well, no, I'm still on it.
Oh, and I just said you're crapping me. That's awesome.
It's okay. But yeah, it's working great now. Even with the thunder and the lightning and all of the stuff.
And people can see.
And people can see. Everybody's laughing at you for saying crapping.
I'm sorry, y'all.
And I just said it after you did.
All right, get out of here. I'm going to go inside now and rest.
Okay. Hey, let's go get something to eat before I have to go live at 7.
Okay.
Are you good with that?
Yeah. Any suggestions from anyone? You know what I want?
No, what do you want?
Mexican.
Oh, do you really?
Oh, no?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Well, at least you didn't say anything worse. Yes, Miss Linda, it will be available for replay. That's what Lynn said. At least you didn't say anything
thank
worse.
you, Lynn.
You right, Lynn.
You know me, huh, Lynn?
That military mouth sometimes comes out. I know.
So they're pleased with the.
Yes, it is really good.
Okay.
So we have to remember what we did. Okay, let's get some white and black again. I know what we did. You just need to.
All right, I'm gonna take Stella inside.
All right, thank you, boo.
Yes, ma'am. Later, guys.
Bye. So let me come over here. I'm not getting the results that I want. So I need a smaller paintbrush because I'm not being able to make the streaks and the feathers. So I'm grabbing a smaller paintbrush and I'm going to come back and just make some, see how I'm getting those little bitty feathers in there now. See you, Michael. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are so sweet. You knew we would figure it out, right? So for those of y'all who didn't know, we have been having some internet issues and we didn't know what was going on. And we think we figured it out. Our new internet, our new security system, we think has been taking up our internet service. And y'all, it's so funny because when the security system people came here, I was like, we are not going to put anything that's going to jeopardize my internet because we're already we have probably the least amount of internet that I need to be able to do live streaming. It's just the area where we moved, the internet service is not the best. And so, you have to have certain bandwidths and all to be able to go live. And I was like, okay, well, we're just going to sell the house if we can't figure it out. We were getting so stressed. So, y'all, I don't have the right orange, but I think I can make the orange. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to this. I don't like that orange. It's more of like a pinky orange instead of a orange. So I'm going to add just a little bit of Naples yellow to this orange and see what it does. I don't know if I picked the right yellow. Let's see. That's a little bit better. Yeah, that's better. A little bit of yellow in the orange. The orange that I'm using is cadmium orange, and it's not the orange that I want. There we go. That's the orange that I want. I added yellow to it, and that is more of what I want. See that? There we go. I like it much better. Okay. It's not going to be the same exact colors that the last one was, but it's going to be close. And I want to do that with my pumpkin too. My canvas is 8 by 10. This one was a 6 by 8. This one was a 6 by 8 that I have on the side of me to the left. And the one in front of me is an 8 by 10. Just add a little bit more dimension in here. Okay, let's work on his face. I need to get his face right. Or his eye. Let me find a really small liner brush here. I think this one will do. No, let's go with this one. Okay, so I'm using something like 10. This one says 20. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me show it to you. It is 20-20/0 Zen Royal and Langnickel. I use this one a lot to do liners. Really, really tiny. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go into the black. There's my black right there. Need a little bit more water. See how much I'm dipping my paintbrush in the black? Can y'all see that? Because I'm trying to get a consistency that's kind of almost inky. So I dip my paintbrush in the water and then I'm allowing my paintbrush to get full of black. Okay. So y'all can't see that. Let me move this over. So this is what I'm doing. You see that little eye? First thing I'm going to do is the beak. And then I'm going to do the eye. And I've got to finish around the eye or around the beak. Let me get some more gray going on here. I'm trying to get some black and white and make like a gray. There we go. All right, the end of his beak needs to be pointed. And then you're going to add some white right there. Right there. Okay, he's a little bit better. Still not the best, but he's doing good. And we are almost done. The colors are a little bit more pinkish because of the oranges that I'm using. But let's go ahead and I'm going to use a different method here as well. I'm going to use this little fan brush. You'll see that? And I'm going to dip into the red and the orange. And I'm going to make a nice little mess of reds and oranges. And I'm going to come down here and make some little flowers. Just tapping, tapping. And then let's get a little bit of white to make it just a little bit lighter. And then a little bit of red. Just kind of making some cute little flowers. How cute is that? All right, I'm going to finish it off with a teeny bit of palette knife work. I'm going to take the tip of my palette knife, any palette knife you want. All right, I'm going to grab, I have some black in here. I know y'all can't see it, but I do. I have black in there. And I'm going to grab that black. I'm just going to use a little bit of it. And I'm going to come back around. And I'm going to add some fun to this one. Let me grab some more of that. I'm just doing it a little bit different than I did last time. What y'all think? Oh, shoot. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I'll have to figure that out. Hang on. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. There we are. We're back again. I don't know what's going on. If it's not one thing, it's another, right? What the heck? Thank y'all so much for being patient with me because, you know, things just happen. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, my friends. I think I'm liking it. What do y'all think? This is my second painting. I used a few different techniques on this one than I did on the first one. And now I'm putting some little black streaks in here. And we can look, they're similar, but they're different. So we're going to look at them really quick before I lose connection again. Let me move this over. And let's move this one. So my bird looks much better on this one. This is a watercolor version with acrylic paints, and this is a canvas version with acrylic paints. And of course, my oranges were a little bit different. And So yeah, this one I used thicker acrylic paints than I did on this one. And you can see this one's a lot more muted. It's got a lot more softness to it than this one does. So yeah, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, we are in our tribe launch. We're in our tribe launch. It is $29 a month. You get unlimited access to every single video tutorial that I have created since February 2020. And there are a lot. The last time I counted, it was 200. So they are all in the Netflix of online painting tutorial library. Once you join, you get access to all of that. Plus, we paint together once a week live, and we add more content to the tribe library. There is no need to feel like you're behind if you come in at this time, because there's a success path that you follow. If you're a beginner, there's an acrylic 101 course that starts at the beginning, and then you just walk your way through different levels of paintings, and you choose which paintings you want to paint. Okay, you have access to sell your artwork. You have rights to use the designs at a paint party. If you provide a paint party access to people and you do paint parties, you can use my designs to paint from. If you learn how to paint them, you can use them to have your own paint parties in person. So yeah, I guess that's about all I'm going to say right now. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Thank you all for being here. Do me a favor and share the love and give me a little shout out, and just, do that little sprinkle thing so we can get the word out that we are taking in new members right now. We are open until Monday night, August 15th. All right, guys. Thank y'all all so much for being here. And we'll see you next time on New Technique Wednesday. Bye, everybody.